Well, we got a whole lot more trees to cut through, but at least we have a drone that can pick up the wood for us, which is even better, and it looks like it can carry a few at a time. Good. I was worried it would only carry one. And it seems like it goes until the battery runs out. Dropping 1 and 2 pieces of wood into the chipper, and then where do you go? Back to the landing pad, it looks like. And it does take you a little bit to charge. Can we upgrade the drones at all? Right, upgrade the drone? Yes, please. And of course that needs even more mushrooms. I feel like this guy wants mushrooms more than the elder trees that we have to eventually take down, but at least we find one right there. It was kind of hiding in a tree. And I could have swore there was one more piece of wood. There it is. But the drone can handle all the far away pieces of wood that we missed. And yeah, it's going. And meanwhile, we can go find more secrets, like more of those fairy lights. But to make this better, we will definitely be getting more jacked, as it were, by adding an extra 10 to our throw distance, I think. Or game or swing power. I think more throw distance. And then once we get a fresh start, we have to figure out where you are, but also there were a couple of different points on the map too. Oh, it looks like the drone ones are gone. Good. But now the other points on the map, I'm not too sure what those are. Do you have something to say? Explore all the paths? Okay, whatever. But the map was weird before, and I feel like these are gonna be at the very end of whatever path is obscured by elder trees. But let's go across that bridge there, because that's a pretty simple path to where we go to find whatever that is. And that was back this way, if I remember right. Oh, but I guess we do have enough mushrooms now to upgrade the drone once. So let's do that before we leave. And I think having more energy capacity is gonna help it out the most. Ooh, and it filled it up right away. Very good. So I guess there is still incentive to gather mushrooms. That's good to know. Although I don't really feel like stopping for the individual ones, unless they're exposed like that, and still exercising our massive throw distance. That just sails for a while. Oh, but the drone gives so much more money right away. That was awesome. But then once we cross the bridge, it should be immediately to the side of wherever it is we go. Because I'm pretty sure last time we just went straight in and then to the left. So does it go further in to the right? It looks like it does. Now we have a way that we can go, which also immediately goes back to tier 2 trees, interestingly enough. At least it makes it easier to cut through. Or are those things more fairies? I probably should have paid attention to wherever lights were. And being right here doesn't really give enough clearance to open sky, but I don't think I see anything. Curse these trees and their uniform height and branch coverage. Give me a clearing here, which we're kind of getting one right now, but we're also basically out of energy, and we haven't bought any drinks. At least there is the occasional mushroom around here, and some of these berry bushes that we sadly can't get to. Although there is this one, which gives a lot of energy now. I don't remember them giving that much energy before. That might have something to do with what our maximum energy is, in which case I love it. And before we go across the bridge again, we can open up access to this berry bush, and oh, come on, get out of here. This one, very good, we're almost full energy. Awesome. Ooh, and there's another energy bush right there. Hopefully we don't need to use it by the time we get here, but now it's available, so that's good news. And then we can keep going this way without needing to return to the cabin. I love it. Now I have no idea if we're getting close to anything, but it does keep going, so that's promising. And then we do the same tactic of hugging the wall as much as possible because the trees don't always go there, but man, that keeps going. Could I throw these logs up to the drone? That would make my life so much easier. Just basically meet him halfway, but now we have more mushrooms to upgrade him once. And I certainly hope this drone works through the night. It looks like it does. Although I don't know where it's finding the tier 1 logs. I thought I picked them all up. And these are still tier 2 trees, which is kind of strange if I'm gonna be honest. Especially for a path that's supposed to have a secret at the end of it. But unfortunately, all of our energy bushes are basically dealt with. Unless there's, oh wait, there is one right here. Oh, but we can't access it. Why didn't I see that one before? Was there one down this way? I hope there was. There's one right there that we can't get access to, but there's one right there. So now we can cut our way to this one. Is this one tree? Yes. So get you out of the way, and now we get more energy. Very good. Is there another one kind of off the beaten path here, besides that one? I don't think there is anymore, but that's okay. Unless we're coming up on it pretty soon here. Thankfully, these tier 2 trees are very easy to cut down. Not as much energy usage. And I do see some more mushrooms that might be in a cave. It also looks like, okay, yep, it does keep going. Just how far does this go? I know this was a long path, but goodness, I can't even see anything at the end of it except for whatever that is. Is that a rock? Oh, yep, mushroom cave. I need it. I can't get it, but I need it. If we're lucky, we can be out here long enough that the energy bushes start to regenerate, but I have no idea how often that is. All I know is our drones could definitely use more upgrades, and so could we, so yeet. Beautiful. You know, they must have updated the game because it didn't used to have money flying like that before. And okay, so yep, it is a long path. Is there one that's short that we could get to? I feel like it's the same amount of work. We might as well keep going where we're at and upgrade the drone again for more speed. It's only a half point of speed, but with it as slow as it is, I think it definitely could use a speed upgrade. Now, where is it? It's about to run out of juice. Oh, there it was. Where'd you come from? It does certainly look faster, and we do have 300 monies again. I don't think that's enough for any upgrades though, because they all cost 400 now, except for the ones that we upgraded. And to get the elder trees chopped down, we need 10,000 monies. So we might as well use this to buy more drinks as much as we can. And can we bash you to have you recharge faster? No, but we can phase through. And still no idea what's in this cellar here. I feel like it's something important or something apocalyptic, as basements sometimes have. But if we keep ourselves from chopping down any more basic trees, then the drone should be able to find wood that actually gives us meaningful money. And then hopefully we can get enough of this tier 2 wood cleared out of here that we can start carrying back some tier 3 wood or tier 4, because that's where more of the money is. One thing does feel for sure, and it's that the lower tiers of trees are definitely not on the path to the elder trees. So who knows what's gonna be at the end of this path. Well, one thing's for sure, definitely stopping at the mushroom cave now that we have way more incentive for mushrooms. So this is enough for 2 more drone upgrades. I kind of forgot to see how much the cost went up, but it should be fine. There's a mushroom log right there, so that's even more plentiful, and it's free wood. And this is still going. And I don't think the radar is gonna chirp at all because that was for finding drone pieces. There's another rock that's blocking the view, as rocks do, but I do see some more mushrooms ahead. Well, let's drink one of these, and that does 30 stamina, whereas the berries did 20. And I'll be honest, it's a little hard to tell if I'm going the right way anymore for what I'm trying to get to. I think we ended up going on kind of a diagonal here, which was certainly not helping. We should really be sticking to one side here and then following the wall, because that should show us the end of the path a lot sooner. And you know, ideally we can see the end of the path at one of these points. Oh, hello. There's a thing. Is this a fairy thing? It doesn't look the same, but it's certainly something. I think this is what was on the map. What is this? It's burning. What are you? Do we hit the button? Do we throw logs into you? What do we do here? Do we ask him about this? I found something. I don't know if this is the thing that I need either. It does not appear to be at the end of the path. Well, this is certainly an interesting development. Why don't we head back and see if we can ask our gnome proprietor about it, and if not, then, well, we'll just stay confused. And also finding the mushrooms that we accidentally uncovered on the way out here. Oh, and the good news is it looks like the berry bushes did come back. I kind of forgot to check on the way out here. And it might be worth it to go and help our drone collect all the wood, because being stuck in the tier 2 range purely because that's what's on the ground is a little annoying. But let's upgrade the drone again. So it goes up by 10 every time, it looks like. Let's upgrade the capacity for the drone, I think, and the recharge rate might as well, because that'll let it be airborne faster after charging, and then maybe more energy capacity, which thankfully it's starting with, but it's also going that way. That might be better because I'm pretty sure immediately that way was tier 3 trees after crossing the bridge. I think anyway, but there's also a fairy light over there, so we gotta go there anyway. And wow, we cleared out a lot of trees here. I don't think I was intentionally trying to clear this, it just kind of happened. There's also a mushroom that's way at the edge of the cliff here. Can we reach that? No, we can't. Why do you have to escape me? Okay, but let's not lose track of that light again. And it was, oh, it's that way. See, I would have already lost track of it. I thought it was still over there. But we did carve a pretty good way this way already. And we cut straight across here, I guess, for reasons unknown. It's been a while, okay? My thought process is not the same as it was, for better or for worse. And hopefully we don't pass the ferry again like we did that other one. But I do see, is that another mushroom cave? Looks like it is. So we're gonna cut across again. as efficiently as possible, and now oh, it's a shortcut. A good shortcut or a bad shortcut? Well, either way, it was full of mushrooms. And I don't think I see anything besides another mushroom log. Oh, we can walk on top of the trunk sometimes. That seems like a trap, but oh, we connected back to another path. And this is where one of the drone bits was. Oh, good times trying to find that. Actually, no, it was terrible. 10 out of 10, would not do it again. And thankfully we don't need to, unless there's another drone that is like chopping down trees too. That would certainly help, but that also means the demand for mushrooms goes even higher. And I also have no idea where the fairy light went. But at least the energy bushes are still over here, and we can still go this way, which I think is what we were doing to find that third drone piece. So if we're lucky, we stop short of the fairy. Okay, I see another stamina bush there, which is good. Did I get access to this? No, but I will. And there's 2 of them here. Oh, there's 3 of them here. Wow. But they're kind of annoying to navigate around. At least, oh, okay, another mushroom log there. Still no fairy chunks. Maybe I should try clearing out here. It feels weird to look up and try to see where the light is. Oh, but thankfully it's right there. Glad I didn't have to clear out any more trees, so we gotta keep going this way, which is a little against the grain, and that's annoying. But at least our drone is now collecting tier 2 logs, so that's a decent amount of income that we can just do idly. And now we're on to the second. Might as well get the rest of the berry bushes harvested because we have a lot of trees to cut through. Oh, and it's right there. Good, we were a lot closer than I thought we were. So that's another fairy free, the yellow one. Freedom! Let these gnomes hear us coming. Let their machines tremble. We're taking the forest back. What kind of a war am I initiating here? But at least war is profitable, even if it never changes. But I also think that was the last thing of interest on this path. So let's head back. Did I just get turned around again? Oh, great. Can't even walk 5 feet without getting lost in this forest. It's worse than traveling through the Mirkwood. I do kind of wonder if the fairy meant those weird like furnace things that we found as the machines. Well, either way, I really like this machine because it makes me money. And we have enough for another upgrade. Maybe. I know we have enough mushrooms for another upgrade over here. More drone speed and more capacity. And where is the drone now? It kind of likes to go wherever it pleases. There it is. Oh, and look at the stack it's carrying. Is this after the upgrade? I sure hope so. Bring it right over here, little fella. And away it goes. Very nice. I think that might have been only 10, but it's already going out there. And it should have enough charge and speed now to make it. But man, it goes pretty far out there before finding anything. I can't even follow it. It goes over the cliffside. But it is about to run out of battery now, so what happens when it does and it's out there? I guess it just immediately makes its way back with a much bigger stack of logs than before. Is that still tier 2 trees? It kind of looks like it, but in it goes. Oh yes, so much money. And I think walk speed maybe, but also more carry capacity because we can still carry a bunch of wood back. Now the problem is the other 2 fairy lights, if I can find them again, are very distant. Although this one I'm pretty sure was a shorter path if I read the upside down map right. Okay, so that one is definitely that furnace that we found, but it's like, why? Tell me your secrets. You're not gonna tell me secrets. But if this one is the shorter path, then let's go here first, which we did make it pretty far down here, but we still gotta keep track of where that light is. Man, to think that we struggled just to get to this first one here, but it's all working. Now, can we see the second light from this one? Might need to clear out some trees. Oh no, that was a butterfly. Ah, you fooled me. And I am very much not seeing it. So definitely gotta clear some trees out because this is annoying. So let's just clear a wide berth around this little tower thing that, what would you use the power of fairies even for? Besides flying, but that's also pixies. Aha, there it is. So we go this way. Or we can't because that's a wall. But we should be able to go around this. Eventually. At least we're getting to some new territory over here. And if I remember right, this is the one that had like 2 weird spots in the middle. Really? We took a wrong turn. We're back here. Oh, well. Okay, but yeah, there are 2 weird like cliff faces in the middle. So we just gotta get past all of that to find the fairy. Ooh, and the drone's going this way too. But if we just keep in sort of general direction, looking the way that the fairy is, then it should be a lot easier to find it. Unless we go so far this way that it's now over back that way. I mean, this is honestly also easier from that thing, because we were able to see it right over there. And then we went that way and ended up going back the way we came. So let's go this way. And there's certainly more berry bushes on the way, so this feels like the right way. Oh, and I guess I already made there once, going a different way, but we're here now because it's just right there. Really? What am I even doing? This is a drone pile, but I've never been here before. Is it RNG where drone pieces are? Interesting. So many secrets that I'm glad I don't have to explore right now. Instead, I'll just explore mushroom cave number. Wow, this is a lot of them. And how many times can we upgrade the drone, I wonder? And is this just an enclosed cave or does it go somewhere? It kind of branches right now. Okay, well, this path is a dead end, but that still nets us a lot of mushrooms. And oh wow, it looks like it branches again, maybe. Well, it certainly branches this way. Where does this go? It goes out, but where? I don't remember seeing this cave on the map, and the map usually marks the caves. Those look like tier 3 trees? And sure enough they are, but where am I? I have no idea if I'm even closer to one of the fairy things being over here. But let's try to clear out the trees that are right around this cave entrance to give us a better idea of where some lights, if any, are. Okay, so we can see sky now, but nothing around us, it seems like. Oh, there is a light there. So we're on the right track. Oh, good, it's gotta be like right ahead. But I'm also currently out of energy drinks. But I do see a bush right there, but I don't think we're gonna have the energy to reach it. Yeah, sure enough, we don't. And it feels like a long walk back to the cabin. But the drone is doing so good. We're up $700 now. Haven't had that happen for a while. But before we go back, let's clear this cave out of mushrooms and admire the world scene right here. And it seems like both paths down here are also dead ends. But by the end of this, we are completely empty of mushrooms in this cave, and we have 216 in our pockets. Very nice. I also recognize that the drone would have a much easier time collecting wood of higher than tier 2 if we stopped cutting down tier 2 trees, but the tier 2 trees are also what's in the way. But now we have $1,000. Oh, and the drone goes away again. So let's give ourselves some more swing power to get through trees and also more walk speed. And give the drone just a whole slew of upgrades. Might as well keep everything level as much as possible. Maybe have a much better recharge rate if we can help it, but that also goes through a lot of mushrooms quickly. And let's give you more capacity and more speed. And by capacity, I mean wood capacity, not energy capacity. Also, I noticed that our new swing power means we chop down tier 2 trees in 2 swings. That's awesome. Because that means these tier 3 trees, oh yes, are even easier. 3 swings. Well, that doesn't make them even easier, but they're still easier than before. Oh, there's the elder trees right there. So we found them on the southernmost path. Cool. But where's the ferry? This is once again getting to the part where I hope the ferry is available before the elder trees are. Trying to look through and I don't see anything that's fairy-like. So let's just go around the elder trees this way. Is this a chasm? It is. There's a bridge over there. I thought I discovered all the bridges. Where am I? I don't think I'm in the southern region anymore. Southern according to the map, that is, but the light is right there. So we found it on the other side of a bridge. I guess there was a bridge at the end of this path actually, so good. We're on course. Time to cause a little chaos. The gnomes thought they could bottle this? Big mistake. Huge. Okay, so that just leaves one more ferry. Oh, and I was wondering where our new throw distance was. You remember this bush? And like right through there is the gnome hut? We are all the way back here. We can toss them in. Yeet. Beautiful. Netting us a very nice amount of money. Whoop, and there's the drones for even more money. Thank you. Now, the problem with this last ferry is it looks like the furthest beacon of them all, and I have no idea what side it's on. I feel like it's the top one, which makes it kind of annoying. But also, where the heck were we for that bridge? I guess that's the tunnel that we went through, so it was down there, and the ferry was right there? Interesting. It kind of seems like it's closer down this path, but I thought I went everywhere there. I guess there was a bit more area I could have gone to. Let's go down this way and see what that's like. We can see it over there, but it also looks way closer going down the other path. Back to the confusion. At least we have plenty of trees cut down here that we can see where this leads. And then once we get to the end of it, we can cut a clearing and see if that gets us any closer. But I feel like this is not the right path. Unless it's also kind of J-hooked, didn't it? Here it's going back over that way. And then if we keep going, this should turn back into tier 3 trees like before. So here's that clearing of the 3 berry bushes. And here's tier 3 trees again. And I guess this is where we just gave up and returned to camp, dropping everything. But that's the cave where we found the other drone pieces. So let's make a clearing here and see if we can still see that beacon in the sky. So we have a pretty good clearing here, but this is also not being pretty evident one way or the other. Unless we have to clear out more to see it over the cliff, but we might as well just pass through the cave, which curiously doesn't have the drone wreckage pile in it anymore. But then we might as well carve a clearing over here on this side. And if we were closer to the beacon over here, then we'll see it. Also, interestingly, there's trees that are cut down there. Oh, because we curved along the path over here. Okay, so we still have a good idea of where we are. But of course, the sky has to be the exact wrong color to try to look for this last beacon. Oh, money bags? I guess that's the achievement for 10,000 total coins. It's a shame we don't have those coins right now, all at once. But also there's nothing that's being made any more clear, although there's another mushroom cave. Pretty sure I passed by this one because I was so fed up with trying to find the last drone piece. But now we're back to the elder trees on this side of the world. And if it's anything like the last ferry, then if we go this way, which does take a little more to get through, then the ferry should be down that way. I would certainly like to verify that with a clearing though, because this is a heck of a canopy. But we also have no energy right now, so I guess we gotta go back. And with the 1,000 that we have, we can level out our sprint endurance over here to level 5 and get a little more. How about more throw distance? Oh, which immediately jumps to 2,000 cost. Yikes. I feel like it might not be worth it to upgrade anymore because we still need to have trees available to sharpen this. But also, that path was kind of a disappointment. Although I kind of feel like we should at least do the lantern thing once because that might be an achievement. I think a color like this looks good, so we do that. Well, no achievement, so that was a waste of mushrooms. Whoa, but look at how fast the drone just charged. That was awesome. No wonder we're making so much money off of that thing. Makes it worth all the trouble. But now let's get to the bridge over here, try to find that light, which I'm pretty sure was over that way. And that kind of also puts it down a path that we already went down over here. Though we did carve this whole path along the edge of the cliff here, so trying to find that light again is a bit of a tall order. At least on our way there, we can do a little bit of clearing around the energy bushes like this, and maybe get a little bit more of a clearing. Because if I can't get my bearings down here, we're probably never gonna find that last ferry, unless we happen upon it. Oh, and this is the cave. Okay, so here's the clearing that we were working on, and that light is nowhere to be seen. Where is it? So maybe going through this cave was a detriment. Though I will say I do like the glow of this lantern a lot more. It's very spooky. But let's try to get a clearing happening on this other side of the cave. Oh, we chopped down 1,000 trees finally. Destroying the forest to find the protectors of the forest. How ironic. But I'm hoping that at least somewhere we can see the light without having to backtrack the whole way, but it feels like we might need to do that. Or we can try for a clearing around these 3 berry bushes that should serve as a better point of reference, even though I'm pretty sure there was a ferry around here. Sure enough, there was. So this really isn't much help either. Oh, hello, drone. How nice of you to join me in my search over here for a light that seems to evade me, and it's way back that way. Yeah, so this definitely doesn't feel like the right way, but it's so far to the side of either direction. I almost gotta do a clearing around the bridges just to find where this thing could be. So you know what, might as well. Oh, and it actually helped. It's over that way. Okay, now we have a better direction of where to go, which is also kind of in the way that we saw the elder trees, so that's a little concerning. I swear, if it's a single ferry that's behind the elder trees, then I'm giving up on the whole operation. No ferry is worth that much trouble. But now we find ourselves back at this cave. But I guess the trees also go kind of thick that way. So maybe it's down here? This forest is a victim of my guesswork. Okay, so the trees are going down this way, so that's promising. At the very sharpest of angles, my goodness. And sure enough, they do go very far down there. Okay, so now we have a direction to go. It would be amazing if the throw distance allowed us to return it to the chipper straight from here. Oh, that would be insane. At least we can throw it to the wood chipper all the way from this bridge here. Well, and it's that way, I guess. But there were some tier 3 logs in there too, so that's even more money. And yeah, 1,000 trees. That's 10% of this forest. Crazy. And I think it is about time we got with some more max stamina too, so we can chop down more trees. And give the drone the one upgrade that we can, which is energy capacity, as it's on its way back with another massive haul. Oh, I love watching this thing work. And down it goes, yes! So there's a chance that the reason we couldn't see it by the cave entrances through the clearings that we made is because the cliff was just so close that it was preventing it from no matter what. At least on the way we find some more mushroom caves. And thankfully another berry bush just as we run out of energy. Although still can't see any fairy things. And I'm hoping we didn't pass any by accident. Wow, I can see an energy bush way down there. Well, at least it shows that it keeps going, instead of it being a disappointing dead end. Oh, but that might be a base. Oh no, is that an elder tree? I think that is an elder tree. But the fairy's gotta be somewhere around there, right? I can only scavenge so many bushes. And I wanna save money now for the axe upgrade, which would help if we got all these trees back to the chipper. But at least there are still plenty of bushes to scavenge. Although we are still carrying tier 3 logs, so in you go. So finally we get access to this bush. So let's just make another clearing to figure out where we are. And I just realized this is right by the elder trees. So there might have been a wrong turn taken somewhere. Okay, I see a little bit of a continuation this way, which is also almost to a berry bush. And then try to go a little more this way. This might do better. And then it brings us close to another berry bush that is just out of reach. But we are also carrying some tier 4 logs, so might as well bring these back and cash them in. While our drone is still cashing in tier 2 logs. Poor little guy. So 34 meters away, throw it all in. And oh, there were 12.5? Interesting, I didn't realize they were $half in this game. But we do have 2,000 now. So we could upgrade our max stamina again, but I think we need more swing power. And maybe even more carry capacity, sure. And 65 mushrooms lets us exactly upgrade one thing. So let's give you more speed. Drone is so speedy, he's already disappearing by the time he dropped off the wood. You know, it almost seems beneficial to try and clear out this corner as much as possible so we can try to see over the trees down this way, which should be a little easier now that we have upgraded our swing power. And with the berry bush that's right here. Okay, so now we can see it. It is down this way, but it's a little to the right. So going this way like we were was definitely the right call, but it seemed like it ended at some point. And for whatever reason, the clearing around this berry bush wasn't helping. And also the only further it goes is elder trees. I don't like the implications of this. Unless we accidentally walked by it again. Trying to see as far into these trees as I can, but still not seeing any fairy mounds or fairy points. So let's try to get another clearing right by the edge of these elder trees. And we can still see over the trees. Oh, it's that way. So, huh? Do I gotta go through there or back this way? Why do these fairies have to be so hard to get to? It's not making my life easy because we came from this way. And if we try to cross over here where this guy was, and then continue through here. There is another mushroom cave. Is the fairy inside a mushroom cave? Oh, he might be. Hello. This is a pleasant discovery, especially because the drone is getting so expensive to upgrade. And this cave comes out here into more tier 4 trees, which I don't think is the right way. So we go back through here, where there's even more mushrooms, although this might be a dead end. Yeah, this is definitely a dead end, but at least we have enough mushrooms for another upgrade. But we enter the cave through there, and then it just comes out the other side here. So what was the point of this? A little bit of a shortcut, I guess. Oh, and there it is! Yes! The final fairy! With an energy bush on the way. Oh, beautiful. Thank you, cave. I'm sorry I doubted you. Hello, fairy. Be free at nighttime. Yes, I knew this day would come. One of you would hear the forest cry. These gnomes broke the pact, but balance can be restored. Sweet! We have rescued all the fairies. Now we just have to go back to the main camp and talk to the one that's behind the gnome's little kiosk thing. And I guess we broke the rules exiting this cave too, because we can't go through there until we chop down another tree. But now we can head back and never have to worry about finding those fairies again with a big payout. Hopefully this little guy ain't too upset. Don't mind me just walking back here for no reason at all. Okay, little fairy, what next? Can't believe you really saved them all, even after knowing this would directly challenge a gnome's control over the forest. I'm afraid this forest may never be the same again, but you can stop them. There are 3 boilers in the forest that, if destroyed, will overload this twisted factory they've created. Great! I will go and unlock them for you, but I'm afraid after that we will all have to leave? Just talk to me again when you're ready. Huh. So this is just kind of one of those things where it's like an alternate ending sort of deal? I'm not sure I'm ready for that yet. We did find one of them, and like, we still haven't gotten a tier 5 axe yet. And I do want to get that at least, so let's just turn in all of the wood that we chopped down, because that might be able to push us to $10,000. Because my goodness, there is a lot of it. Especially if all of the wood we pick up is tier 4. It's just a shame that we have to walk back so far to turn them in. But a full stack of tier 4 gives us about 1,000 at a time. 49 times 12 and a half. Yeah, something like that. And we get a tier 5 axe finally. Although apparently that's not the end of it. There's a level 6 and that costs 25,000 to do. Goodness. Like, I thought the Elder Trees were the end goal. Is there a boss tree after that? Well, at least now we have the option to cut down the Elder Trees, or we side with the fairies, so I'll leave it up to you guys. Do we side with the gnomes and chop down the Elder Trees? Or do we side with the fairies and stop this whole operation? I feel like it's one or the other, but if it's both, then let me know that too. Either way, let me know what you guys think. And thank you very much for watching. Sub to Intern.